I think we all forget how important it is to enjoy what you do, to have a passion for what you do. One thing what I wanted to do when I run my own business was to do something that I liked, I had a passion for, and I wanted to enjoy it. And you can see behind me some of the events and awards and different people I've met. So never lose sight of enjoyment in business, because if it all becomes unenjoyable and you feel like you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, then you don't have the motivation to push your business on. If you actually love what you do, then that passion will be there. It will infect other people, and it will draw people to you. And I just wanted to ask a question, because we've touched on it a little bit, but how important do you find that you must enjoy what you do? Because I've talked to a lot of people in business, and it's amazing how sometimes from the outside people think they're very lucky, they're running their business and they have the aspiration to do it, but on the inside they can feel quite isolated, almost lonely, though they've cocooned themselves in a world that they feel there's no help there, and they've lost that enjoyment. Have you always managed to retain that in what you've done in business? Can you say you've done well financially, but do you feel that you've gone out, have your own ups and downs, but you've retained enjoying your own journey? You're almost on your own little storyline.
Well, I mean, my journey is a bit unbelievable. You know, I remember, and I've got lots of different stories, but just one that comes to mind about my journey and enjoying what I'm doing. When I went to West Ham, or even today, I will take people out on the balcony at West Ham outside the Boardroom, which is 3 stories high, and we go on the balcony and I look down and I can see my house where I was born and where I lived as a young person. From that balcony I can see the school that I went to, where I failed my 11 plus, and I can see the Olympic Stadium. So what a journey. I can see the past, I'm standing on the present, and I can see the future. Now that is an incredible journey for me. You know, I remember somebody saying to me, I was being interviewed, and somebody said to me, you know, when you was this little boy supporting West Ham United, did you think that you'd ever own your beloved football club? Well, as a young boy, all I ever dreamt of was owning a bike, not a football club. So you see how remarkable the journey has been. But the key, or I think is the key to your question, I have enjoyed every moment. The journey, the ups, obviously nobody enjoys the downs, but when you look back, it is part of that journey. Without the downs, you know, I don't know that you... I think it's in many cases the downs strengthen you. And obviously, and some of the stories I've already told you, that actually the downs turned out to be just a journey to the ups. But the key to it is that I'm driven. We were talking about being driven the other day, and I think one of the most powerful things that drives us, and that's the will to succeed. You've got to have that will. And although I'm not wearing my jacket with my my family badge, which says on it perseverance, determination and courage, you have to have those things as well, and the will to succeed. And what drives me now is the desire to win. I want to win. I get a buzz from winning, and when I don't win, I hurt. But the skill is that when you're hurting, you must get over that as quickly as possible. I remember many years ago feeling so sorry for myself. I'd gone to Tranmere Rovers with Birmingham City. Last game of the season, we had to win at Tranmere to stay up, not get relegated. We were into the 3rd tier of English football. went to Tranmere, and with 5 minutes to go, we go 2-1 up. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. All that has to happen is that West Bromwich Albion, who hadn't won an away game all season, all they had to do was not win at Portsmouth. And they hadn't won an away game all season. And they're playing Portsmouth, who are 7th in the division. And we, West Brom and ourselves, are in the bottom 4. With 1 minute to go, it's 0-0 at West Brom. Our game is over, we've won 2-1. With the last kick of the game, West Bromwich Albion score, and we get relegated. And I thought, oh, God, I'm so unlucky. We've worked so hard, and we've got relegated. How come it was us? Why us? Why me? After all what we've done? Well, again, it was wonderful. I woke up the following morning. I was depressed, driving all the way home from Tranmere Rovers. I was depressed. We were running out of petrol, I remember, and we saw a garage, and there was lots of Birmingham fans in there. And I said to the driver, carry on, we'll get some petrol further on. I couldn't face them. I was so down and depressed. But the following morning, at 6 o'clock, I got up. I said, right, okay. I called Barry Fry. He said, Chairman, it's bleeding 6 o'clock in the morning. If you remember Barry Fry.
Yeah, the manager of
Birmingham City Football Club.
He was a very lively character.
Wonderful character. And is one of my best friends in football to this day. And I said, Barry, I want you to go out and get Francis, I can't remember his first name.
Kevin, was it that?
Kevin Francis from Stockport. He said, oh, that's fantastic, Chairman. That's fantastic. That's bleeding fantastic. Well, I think he used a different word, but 800,000, which would have been a club record. I said, let me know about the other player that you've always been on about, Ricky Otto from Southend. He said, Chairman, fantastic. And I said, but hang on, Barry. I said, I want you to win that trophy. I can't remember what it was called. Was it the auto windscreen? He said, yes, Chairman, it's the auto windscreen shield. I said, I want you to win that. 2, I want you to get promoted. And it means there's only one promotion this year. 1 promotion and 4 playoff places. I don't want to go through that playoff business, Barry. I want you to win with those players, I expect you to go and win the league and win the auto windscreen shield. Well, he did both. And it was the most exciting season of football I've ever experienced. Wherever we went, we were winning. Although bizarrely, we lost our first game against Leyton Orient. But apart from that, we had a fantastic season. Went to Wembley, beat the mighty Carlisle in a golden goal, and it was absolutely wonderful. Again, did you notice I was cursing my bad luck, but it actually turned out good luck, because I had it. It was almost like the rebirth of the football club. 55,000 people Birmingham fans went to Wembley in an auto windscreen against Carlisle. 55,000. They brought 22,000. We filled the stadium for a Mickey Mouse trophy, which I'm not maligning, but when I went to Arsenal, the first time I was ever promoted with Birmingham City Football Club, David Dean had won that year. I think he won the FA Cup, the Premier League, and what's the other one that you play? The cup winners play the league winners. The
Charity Shield.
Charity Shield. So he's got the Charity Shield, the FA Cup, and the league title. 3 magnificent trophies. And we're on television, and he was so proud. David Dean was so proud of his 3 trophies Arsenal had won that season before. And I said, if I'd have known that you were going to display your trophies, I would have brought the auto windscreen shield. And of course, then I go on to say, but David, you've never won the auto windscreen, because the auto windscreen is only for the clubs in the
third and fourth division.
And I think the conference as well, isn't it? The conference, they compete for that trophy. And of course,
Arsenal have never competed for it.
No, they've never been out the Premier League, I don't think, have they? But they have never won it. That's the whole point.
And they're probably hoping they never will.
That's right. Yeah, indeed.
It's brilliant. So what a question I wanted to also ask is that in business, people say that if you do things the right way, there's a law called the law of attraction, i.e. you attract the right people to you, whether that's customers, business associates, etc. So do you think like fate has had a big thing in your life? Do you believe in fate, or do you feel that you've done the right things which has maybe attracted the right people and opportunities to you, or has it been a bit of luck? Have you made your own luck?
I believe in, well, obviously I believe in luck. I mean, that's, I don't believe in fate. I don't want fate to get in the way, otherwise I'll do nothing and just wait for fate to do it for me. So, you know, I urge people to disregard fate. What I would say to people is to look in the mirror and say this: if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. Not fate. Fate's not going to do it. If it's to be, it's up to me. Does that answer your question?
That does answer. That's a very clear answer, and I think that's a good lesson. Basically, you make your own luck. In business, I really do believe that myself.
Yes.
Just the last question on really business is that a lot of people want to, leave a legacy. So you've obviously want to leave a legacy to West Ham, and you're going to leave a big legacy to West Ham with the move to Olympic Stadium. But there's also the family legacy of your daughters, and some people bring their family into business and it doesn't work out, causes all sorts of different issues. But your daughters seem to have really thrived in the atmosphere and environment that I presume you've created. How much credit do you personally take to that, or was there not luck but something that maybe they happen to actually have entrepreneurial spirit that they were born with as well, and you've maybe given them the opportunity? But there's a lot of I should imagine strengths that maybe even you weren't aware of that have come out as they've grown up and pushed Dan Summers forward.
Well, firstly, I don't think you're born, or certainly I don't believe my daughters were born with any special gift. I believe that they've grown into the role, and they've taken advantage of the opportunity, and they've grown in that opportunity, and the business has grown with them. They embrace the brand, which I think is absolutely vital. They love the brand. They are the brand in a way. The family is the brand as well. In actual fact, the family is part of embracing everybody, and the people embrace not only the brand, but they embrace the family. So that's also a very powerful element in our business. And it's turned out that they do have those qualities to run the business. You've got Jacqueline as the CEO, Vanessa's the managing director. Wow, to have your 2 daughters at the very height of the business. And for many years, it looked like it was only going to be Jacqueline, and then Vanessa emerged. And again, that interesting thing that I touched on earlier on, where in partnership with Karen Brady and David Sullivan, I was talking to you about each having different qualities. And that's the case with Vanessa, Jacqueline and myself. We are 3 different people with 3 different qualities. that we bring to the business. Therefore, we are stronger because of those elements.
Thank you.
I'm forever blowing bubbles